Okay, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. Because we only gained 4 subscribers over the month of March. That is the exact opposite of what this channel's been doing in like February, January, December, and November. So let's get into the video. So you got NHL. We have we're gonna rank all these teams so we can go either amazing, they're good, they're average, they're bad, or maybe they should just play the AHL team for the rest of the season. Get them used to the NHL because they can't really do anything about it. So just like get the new players coming in sometime. So next up, let's start with the Blues. I think they are amazing. This team is, I hate to say it, I hate the Blues, but this team is amazing. This team has overall beat the Blackhawks 9-1. I think overall wins, in my opinion, are amazing. And other people probably don't believe in overall wins, but I do. I think that overall wins are in hockey are great. So I think. Next up, we got the Avalanche. I think that this team is very good, amazing too, because top team in the Central Division, they always like to just win, no matter what, like that song. They scored like 4 goals a game. They always come up on top. Next up, I have the Wild. I have them amazing too. I think that this team, they got Fleury and they got a very good offense. They also have Cam Talbot. I think this team's very great. I think this team is already at the great level. I think this team will go far in the playoffs, and the Avalanche and the Wild will probably play in the Western Conference, because the Pacific Division is kind of trash, honestly, in my opinion. But so we got the Blackhawks next. I have them at bad. I mean, they're insane. Their goalie's insane, but like, I hate saying this, but the Blackhawks are actually kind of bad. And I mean, like, I think they won't improve soon, and they won't improve for a couple of years. I mean, hopefully next year. Actually, I could see them doing good next year. Hopefully, over their summer, just go sign players. I think this team will be good. Next year is going to be like an average year, and then in 2 years it's going to be a good year, and then it's going to be a few years, and then we'll be an amazing team. But next up, we got the Coyotes. I have them. Maybe they should just play the AHL team for the rest of the season. I mean, this team is just bad, and you gotta just develop your other players. Don't worry about. You're not gonna go to the playoffs. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. Next up, I have the Predators. I have them at average. I mean, like, they're like on the tip of the playoffs. They're like the seed 7. And I think this team will definitely make the playoffs. I don't think Vegas or Dallas will, like, those two are fighting for a spot. So I don't think the Predators will be the team, and both Vegas and Dallas will go. That's at least my prediction. I don't know. But I have them at average. And the Stars, I have them at average. They are fighting the Knights for the 8 seed. I mean, like, they'd play the Colorado Avalanche, probably get killed like usual, but it's just it's kind of how it works. Next up, we got the Winnipeg Jets. I think this team is average. I mean, like, they're in the Central Division, and they have to play really hard teams, and it's really hard to win in the Central Division. Because, you got the Blues, Avalanche, and the Wild. So, yeah, it's hard. Next up, we got the Sharks. I think that they should just play some AHL players for the rest of their season. I mean, like, I don't know what the point of this is anymore. The Sharks are just doo-doo. And, I mean, like, Knights fans are happy about this because they're their rivals. So, Sharks are just doo-doo. I hope I made Knights fans your day, because those are your rivals. Sharks are doo-doo. Next up, I got the Knights. I think they are average. Knights fans, I hope that, I feel like you guys are way better than the Blackhawks. And you guys proved it to us last Saturday. Currently we're tied overall 6-6. I'm hoping that Chicago can win the third one, but I just don't think that. I just think Vegas is. I don't think Vegas is very good. Is average, but man, I think they'll make the playoffs. I don't think the Stars will make the playoffs, but I think that Vegas will probably be the 8th seed, and then the Avalanche will just kill them. So next up, we have the Kings. I would definitely say that they are bad. They're in the Western Division, and they lost to the Blackhawks, and they're in the middle of the pack in the Pacific Division. So I think that they're bad. But next up, we have the Oilers. Their goaltender sucks, but I think that this team's good because I think that they have an average team. I wouldn't say Edmonton's insane, but I would say they're average. Good because they have Connor McDavid, the best player in the NHL. I think that this team's gonna go a little farther than everyone expects in the playoffs. And yeah. Next up, we got the Einham Ducks. I would love to live in Einham, other than the fact it seems like a really nice place to live in Einham because it's always warm down there. I think Einham is bad. I think that every time they play the Blackhawks, they lost 3-8 and 2-4. So we overall are beating them 12-5. So I think that they're just bad. They're not going to go to the playoffs at all. They're just due. Next up, we have the Kraken. I think that just get some AHL players developed. Take them to your program. Get them, maybe if you think players are ready, step them up. Get them used to the NHL for next season. Because, they don't have an AHL team, so just maybe play maybe get some ECHL players, maybe. That's probably why the program is bad, because they don't have ECHL. So, next up we got Vancouver. I think this team is just bad. Last year, there were only 7 teams in the Western, in the Pacific Division, and they were number 7. This team is just... Actually, no, I think that they were one of the worst teams, and they were in the North Division, and they were number 7. So, so we have the Flames. I think this team is good. They're in the Pacific Division, and they lead the Pacific Division, but they fall up there with the Oilers. Good, so, yeah. Next up, we got Boston. I think that they are good. I think that they have a good way of, they won the season series against us. I expect more out of the Blackhawks, and then you're just losing them 2 times in a row, but yeah. Game is just so bad. Next up, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs game. I think the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think they're a good team. I think that they like to choke all the time, but when they hold on to a lead, they're a good team, and yeah. So, next up we have Florida. I have them at amazing. I think that this team has some future, but this team is a great team. I think they're gonna definitely go far in the playoffs, and they could possibly go into the conference finals. So yeah. Next up we have the Montreal Canadiens. I think that this team is just play some players from the AHL this season. You don't have to or ECHL. Just get people developed, and then get them here for the summer. Get over the summer when you're looking out there. Just try to get new players in, put the backups in, see what they can do. yeah, just get everyone, just play everyone, just make it like a developing month, and then try to win next season. Next up, we have the Ottawa Senators. I think that they're bad. I mean, like, this team is the dirtiest team in the NFL. I mean, in the NHL. Like they injured. They sent Connor Murphy to the hospital because they like hit someone's stick hit his teeth, and then he went to the hospital. So, and then they've just been hurting people. So, and then Jonathan Tays threw hands with one of them in a fight because of what happened. So, yeah. Next up, we got at the Buffalo Sabres, and then the Buffalo Sabres. I think that this team is bad. I mean, like, they're not going to go to the playoffs this year. They definitely have a future, and this team should do much better in the future. And yeah, next up we got the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think that this team is going to fall into. This team's going to fall into good. I mean, like, they won the season. They beat the Blackhawks overall 11-5. So yeah. So yeah, it's just and they're a good team. They won the Stanley Cup last year, 2 years in a row. So yeah. Next up, we have the Red Wings. I think this team is just bad. I mean, like, it's fun to say that they're bad. I mean, like, they what's funny about them is the Hurricanes are the best team in the league, and they always beat the Hurricanes. But then if they play any other team in the NHL but the Hurricanes, they're gonna be like bad. Yeah, so that's what sucks. So next up, we got the New Jersey Devils. That's what's great about it. So next up, we got the New Jersey Devils. I think that I think that this team is bad. I mean, like, they got beat 5-8 by the Blackhawks, and it was fun to watch. I wish I was at that game. Next up, we got the New York Islanders. I think that they are just average. I mean, like, this team's probably not going to make the playoffs, but, you know, they'll be average. New York Rangers will definitely fall in the good. I think this team will probably make the playoffs, and they will definitely make a run in this playoffs. So yeah. Next up, we got the Penguins. I think that they're average. I mean, like, I don't think they'll get past round one in the playoffs. Sorry, Pittsburgh fans, other sports teams, but I just can't see your Pens doing. I just can't see your Pens doing very good. So next up, I have the Hurricanes. They're amazing. They're the best team in the league right now, actually, I think, by standings. And this team will probably win the. This team will probably win the. This team could possibly win the Stanley Cup, but I think it's going to be the Panthers and the. I think the Panthers and the Wild are going to be in the. I think it's going to be the Panthers versus the Avalanche in the Stanley Cup, though. But the Hurricanes definitely have a possibility. Next up, we have the Washington Capitals. I think that this team is average. I mean, like, they're in the middle. They're, like, just being in the playoffs, and they're, like, just outside the playoffs for the East, and they'll probably just get in. Next up, we have the Blue Jackets. I think this team's average, too. I mean, like, we won in their stadium 2-1. They won in our stadium 4-7. So the final score overall was Blackhawks 6-8 versus the Blue Jackets. And yeah. Final team, we have the Philadelphia Flyers. I think that this team is just play the AHL team for the rest of the season. I mean, like, get these guys developed, and you're probably not going to go to the playoffs or anything, so I don't know how it would be worth just doing any of this. So, yeah. And that will be it for that is my final standing review at Amazing, Blues, Avalanche, Wild, Panthers, and Hurricanes good. We got the Oilers, the Flames, the Bruins, the Maple Leafs, the Lightning, and the Rangers. At the average, we have the Predators, the Stars, the Jets, the Knights, the Islanders, the Penguins, the Capitals, and the Blue Jackets. At bad, we have the Blackhawks, the Kings, the Ducks, the Canucks, the Senators, the Sabres, the Red Wings, and the DeVils. Then just play the AHL team for the rest of the season, get developed. We have the Coyotes, the Sharks, the Kraken, the Canadiens, and the Flyers. So, yeah. I will see everyone in the next one. Peace out.